Alright guys, here we go. As you know, last time we beat the Fire Temple. This time we're headed to the Ice Cavern. But we got a couple cool things we can do with our brand new hammer. First, that hurt. It's the easiest way to get down though. Right when you jump off there, or climb down if you want to be responsible, you can now smack away and destroy boulders with ease. There's a gold Skultula right here on your left. So grab that sucker. As you can see, the volcano is no longer throwing down giant lava rocks and boulders at us, which is a lovely thing. Makes for a much nicer journey. Yes, Navi. Yeah, of course, as usual, she's telling us exactly the thing that we're about to do. So, yeah, as if you're going to Goron City. Don't go to Goron City, turn left. Right here. Remember as a kid where we threw a bomb off to open up Dodongo's Cavern? There used to be a bomb flower here. And also we did a backflip where right down there there was a piece of heart waiting for us. Well, oh, perfect timing. I cannot believe day broke just as we needed it to still be nighttime. Wouldn't you know it? So, playing the sun song, always our quick way back to night. Oh, and look at that. Hello. One smack with the hammer, and we got another gold Skultula. Very nice. So, taking out an Ocarina, we're going to go, oops. Play the Prelude of Light. Say that 5 times fast. Play the Prelude of Light. See, I can't. Alright, so this will take us to the Temple of Time. Why are we doing that? Well, it's actually a pretty darn quick way to get off the mountain and in somewhat general vicinity of Hyrule Field, which then, of course, connects to Zora's River, which is where we're going, which then leads to Zora's Domain. So, you can do that, or you can keep climbing down if you want. Avoid these sickos. Keep on trucking. Past the old Poe shop there. Out to Hyrule Field. So yeah, we're going over to Zora's River. I could call Epona, but by the time I called her over and stuff, I would have been more than halfway there. So I'm just gonna book it on foot for now. And of course, it's still nighttime. And hopefully it'll stay that way a little while longer, because we need it to be. We have one gold skull to grab, and we're gonna ride our magic leaf. And then there's another one right before Zora's Domain, also on Zora's River. I kind of think we got that in an earlier installment, so I'm just going to take a peek up there, make sure we did. So here we are, Zora's River. Jumping on the old leaf here. Taking us right up to here. Here we go. Oh, there it is. You guys see it? There's another one for us. Of course, we need the right tool for that. Right up here on this wall, okay? You ride that leaf right to there. And we got another one. It is daybreak, so we will have to... How are we doing on fairies? Ah, we are one down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we used that in the Fire Temple, didn't we? Well, let's tank up while we're here. Remember, there's also a fairy fountain right here in this area. Kind of the first stop on the old magic leaf ride there. There we go. Alright, now we're tanked up on both hearts and 3 bottles of fairies, so that's all good stuff. So now, here we go. Taking us right back out. Let's see, we want to go this way. Up Zora's River, basically. Toward Zora's Fountain. Oh, I can't believe I missed that jump. Okay. Let me check something real quick, guys. Just a whim that... Alright, yeah. We recently completed a heart container by getting pieces of heart. And stopping right now at the frogs would just be too time consuming with very little payoff at this moment. So not gonna do that right now. But yes, there's that log back there. Alright, so right up here. Okay. I'm pretty sure we got this in an earlier installment, but I'm going to make sure. Playing the Sun Song. So that Skultula, if he is there, you know, he'll come out to play. All right, grabbing. Yeah, we got it. Okay, cool. I thought so. But wanted to make sure. All right, we're gonna need that ocarina out again. Back and forth, back and forth. It's like the water temple all over again. Alright, so of course playing Zelda's Lullaby gives us access to Zora's domain. Lovely full moon tonight. And we did already get that gold Skultula in an earlier installment, which is right up. See the waterfall? It's just to the right there. And if you haven't seen it, that's in the one of my earlier videos. I think it's probably the last one. I think we did that with Fire Temple. On the way there, at least I think so. So, oh, well, would you look at this? The old king is frozen. Our friend. But soon enough, my friend, we will free you from your magical red ice bondage there. Alright, so what are we gonna do? The way is still open to us to get back to Zora's Fountain. And here we are. Just like Domain, it's completely frozen over. This next part can be kind of tricky. You kind of have to know which ones you can stand on, which ones you can't, which ones you can climb up on. The biggest icebergs, if you will, or ice platforms, you can climb up on. They lower enough to where you can kind of grab hold. And now it's a timing game. And we're jumping. This will carry us over to this one. And there you go. Nice pit stop, okay? Before you make your way all the way to actually get to the ice cavern. These spin. They can be kind of disorienting. They'll kind of throw off your direction, if you will. So take your time. Look around, kind of concentrate on where you are. We want to make our way to this ledge right here. On the map, it's on actually on the north side of the map. And we're here. We're already at the ice cavern. So your sword will take care of this. However, right now we have nothing to take care of this special red ice. That'll come soon enough. Oops. Yeah, I had my thing mapped there. There we go. So these guys can be kind of fun. One thing that you can do is use your hook shot. Bring it over. Oh yeah, they're getting me now. Come on. I'm trying to do a forward slash on him. Wasn't working. Okay. After you dispense with... Oh, there's one more. There we go. You have to get rid of all 4 of them. That'll raise the bars. The irony is, right? I just filled up on fairies. I've got to dump 2 of them just to navigate this dungeon. So, but hey, it's a good habit to do that than not do that, okay? All right, this is a giant spinning ice blade in the middle of this room. So, the game here is to collect. You'll hear a nice little chime when you collect a new one here. I want that heart. Oh, crap. You got me. Alright, back to the outside, staying to the outside. There's another one there. And the final one... Here it goes, Skultula. The final one is right up here. You see these bars? And there it is. You have to kind of just jump off this ledge, grab it, raises those bars, and the blade stopped getting me here. Stand underneath it, hook shot, and let's take them out. And I got another one. Another gold Skultula. Now, those bars raised on this ledge, okay? The one that we jumped off for that silver rupee. Well, climb up and go on through. That is one strategy. Using your hook shot to pull you close to those guys and dispatch them before they can get you. Alright, this room's kind of fun. Actually, I kind of like this room. This is where we first can get that red fire. Uh-oh. New enemy. Ice keys. Snipe him if you can. Take him out if you can. And everyone's freezing me today, huh? Here we go. Gonna make your way right over here. Okay, I was about to... Yeah, Navi. Come on, Navi, stop. And turn around. Oh, man. Navi. Alright, there's another one. Okay, like I was saying, we have to get rid of some fairies. As painful as that is. So, why? We need the empty bottles to collect blue fire, which then melts the red ice. It's that simple. So, take out a bottle, swipe it in like you're collecting a fairy, and booyah, you've got blue fire in a bottle. Let's grab another one while we're here. Always good to have a couple on you, okay? No. I'm so used to my hook shot being on that button. Here we go. Let's fix that right away here. Okay. So, what do we do with the blue fire? We simply do that. We use it. And voila. Melts the red ice, giving us access to what's underneath. In this case, it's our dungeon map. Before we leave this room, though, we're going to do something smart. If I stop targeting that guy down there. There we go. Grab some more blue ice. So now we have 2 bottles worth. That's the goal. That room, map, that's where we get our map. It's also where we get our first blue fire. Here is the ice room, the ice blade room. Check it out. It now exposes a passageway that we didn't have before. I hate missing these things. Alright. Okay. Let's get our other blue ice. This is actually a really cool room. While you're here, get both bottles full. Because this room makes it really easy to get in and out with some blue fire. Alright, why do we need that? Okay, so we can do this. There's a chest under here, as you can see. And now we have a compass. Easy peasy. Alright, as you know, we have to go back and get some more blue fire. We're not done here yet. Okay, we got 2 right now. I hear a gold Skultula. You guys hear it? That's an easy piece of heart. And where are you? There you are. Hi, buddy. And another gold Skultula. So, before we leave, get blue fire again. As you can see, yep, we have 2. Cool. That takes care of that room. Where we got our compass, piece of heart, gold Skultula. Like I said, great little room. That was the ledge we went up before, so let's go straight across. Let's see what waits first down here. Oh, yay. It's this room. Okay. One of the best things to do right away. Oh, I almost had him. I had my bow out, and now you come and get me. Oh, you little punk. This heart's still there? No, too late. Okay. But I hear it. You guys hear it? This room also has besides the gold Skultula, this room also has, as you can see, these silver rupees that we need to collect. Oh, I see you, buddy. Okay. This block can be pushed, allowing you to use it to actually gain access to these different pillars around the room. The floor is very slippery. Okay, nice. As you would expect with any ice room. There we go. There's another one. There's another one. Blue fire. And a final silver rupee. Which is directly across from where we are. Meaning that currently where this sliding ice block is located will not reach that platform over there. However, once you reset the block, there's another pattern that you just saw where you can push it around the room, giving us access to the now unlocked area. There's another one of those stupid guys. Take care of him with extreme prejudice. There's another one. And man, it makes me wish I had some more blue fire. Okay, well that's okay. I can get some more in a minute. So, but this blue fire will take care of all three of these. All three of these. Oh, why do I always miss the pots? Thank you. Alright. Through the mystery door into the super cool mystery room. And guess who we have here? Another one of these guys. Kind of the ice variety, though. 2 good hits with your forward slash, and he's taken care of. But what do we have here? The iron boots. That's why we have this dungeon. That's why we did what we did. These are crucial, of course, to our next stop, which is the water temple, which will be the episode following this one. That's it, man. That's why we're here. The iron boots. And who's this? We meet again, Link. If you came here to meet the Zoras, you wasted your time. This is all there is. With one exception, the Zoras are now sealed under this thick sheet of ice. I managed to rescue the Zora princess from under the ice, but she left to head to the water temple. This ice is created by an evil curse. The monster in the water temple is the source of that curse. And unless you shut off that source, this ice will never melt. If you have courage enough to confront the danger and save the Zoras, I will teach you the melody that leads to the temple. Time passes and people move. Like rivers flow, it never ends. A childish mind will turn to noble ambition, and young love become deep affection. The clear water's surface reflects growth. Now listen to the serenade of water to reflect upon yourself. You've learned the serenade of water. Link, I'll see you again. Excuse me. And there she goes. Okay. What did we just get? The iron boots. They now show up as our second pair of boots. We can access them. They're very heavy, which allow us to do what? Sink underwater, allowing us to exit that room. Of course, we cannot breathe underwater just yet, but there we go. All right, before we leave, we really need to get some more blue fire. Ah, every darn time. Okay, remember this room? Before you leave the ice cavern, get more blue fire. It is critical. Okay? Remember King Zora. He's currently trapped in the red ice. And for us to continue on our journey, we have to free him. So don't leave this without getting, and every time, more blue fire. So, we have 2 bottles worth. Very good. We are back at the Zora's Fountain. There is something we can do here. However, and you can wait till you get a certain piece of clothing, but I'm pretty sure we have enough time now. What I mean by that? Strap on your iron boots and you have access to places we didn't have access to. All right, yeah, so we have a minute 40. That's how long we can hold our breath, which is probably longer than I can do in real life. Sinking to the bottom of Zora's Fountain is worth your while. And look what's straight ahead. That's right. Piece of heart. Which, by the way, that gives us 3. So now that one that we... with the frogs on the log... that I said, you know, anyway, we have 3. That would be a 4th, and that'd be a whole new heart container at this point. So now it would be worth it to actually go do that. mean, it's always worth it, but you know what I mean. In that moment. Alright, so, swimming back up. Ah, we can breathe again. Just like Mario being underwater. In certain games, right? Not all games. I mean, a lot of the Mario games have those water levels, and he, like, breathes indefinitely. But, of course, in Crash Bandicoot, he's got that, the tanks on his back to breathe underwater, scuba gear. I mean, I haven't played Crash in a while. I need to play some Crash. Alright, so here we go. Back out to Zora's Domain. Oh, there's the king. And why did I jump down? So let's go up there and free him using our blue fire. Yeah, I've thought about playing Crash. Making some videos about... because I have many different versions. Alright, here we go. Let's talk to him. Oh, I'll come back to life. Was it you who saved me? Well, don't be nervous. It looks like you have a hard time breathing underwater. As an expression of my gratitude, I grant you this tunic. With this, you will not choke underwater. And there you go. We got the Zora tunic. That's why we got that blue fire before we left the ice cavern. That's why I wanted to free the king. Not only to free the king, but he has something very special. Another iron boots. And also, what do we need for the water temple? The ability to actually breathe and operate in water. And there you go. This is my favorite tunic, by the way. Far and away. Like, for me, wearing this for the rest of the game is just... I love the blue one. Alright, here we go, guys. That's right, it's time for the water temple. But first, we have to get there. We have to go over to Lake Hylia, because that's how we get in the water temple. But first, before that, there's something special we need. It's inside the laboratory. Let's find out. And if you remember last time we got the Biggoron sword. So thank you for joining me for that. Before that, we went to the ice cavern. Really essential to getting not only the iron boots, but thawing out the Zora King so that he would give us our blue tunic, aka the Zora tunic. So, this brings us straight to Lake Hylia. And let's head over to the laboratory real quick. And get my bearings here. As you can see, the lake still dried up. And we're going down. Occam's arrow, Occam's razor. Basically, fastest way to get somewhere is a straight line. So the point is, I'm going straight across. They dried up Lake Hylia. No more is there fresh, clear water here. As you can see, we are rocking the Biggoron sword. Oh, I do love this sword. It's good stuff. Alright. There's something special, though, waiting for us. Please don't... You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Auto jump. It's your friend until it isn't. Alright, let's try that again. Oh boy. Alright, here we go. And there's the old man. So let's jump in the water. Right away. Let's head over to our inventory here. Go straight for the iron boots and turn them on. Of course, we have our blue tunic that we earned last time. Thawing out the king. And there's some cool stuff down here. First of all... Okay, watch this. Little roll. And look at that. Hook shot. That's right. Gold Skultula. Not bad. Let's see if we can get these rupees before we leave. Always nice to have. Of course, I have not upgraded my wallet just yet, but with a big wallet, we're doing okay. We can hold 500. More than enough for now. So taking off the iron boots. And you noticed, with the blue tunic on, our Zora tunic, we no longer have that counter going. The 1 minute of breathable air underwater. So, that means we're ready to venture into the long-storied water temple. You know, this place used to really haunt me. It's a maze, multiple levels, multiple water levels. It's ridiculous. Still is ridiculous. However, with enough time, practice, and patience, I've gotten halfway decent at this temple. So guess what? We're going to find out together whether Loudboy does well, or he's running around with a chicken with a... How's that go? Anyway, if I'm messing up all the time. It's late. Alright, here we go. That, my friends, is a switch that you can hit with your hookshot. And we're going in. Okay, right away. This is where the 3DS version, okay, Ocarina of Time 3D, really shines. The fact that you had the ability to tap a button on your screen and switch your boots on and off, toggle them. Oh, beautiful stuff. This whole going into the menu and switching, if you guys have played it, you know what a stinking nightmare it is. Alright, so the first... yeah, see, here we go. So, menu in, put on our iron boots, because what we're going to do is we're going to sink down to the bottom floor. And on this, let's see, if we're coming at it, I'm not even sure what direction this is. Doesn't matter. We're going to go in here. I need the map and the compass, but especially the map. I feels like it's west, but I'm... Who's this? Oh, you. If I'm right, Link? You're Link, aren't you? It's me, your fiancé, Ruto. Princess of the Zoras. Yeah, that's my take as well, Link. I never forgot the vows we made to each other 7 years ago. You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting all these 7 long years. But now is not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you've already seen it. The Zora's domain is totally frozen. A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. But my father and the other Zoras have not yet. I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain. You have to help me. This is a request from me, the woman who's going to be your wife. Link, you have to help me destroy the evil monster in the temple, okay? Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me quickly. Okay, and that she does. So the first thing we have to do, so many of these rooms we repeat and we see over and over again. This one, in different states of, for lack of a better term, dryness, wetness, meaning are they waterlogged or not. We'll see that again. Use a bomb on the crack on that wall. That bottom part, we'll use Din's fire. So it's pretty ridiculous, okay? So check it out. This is our first thing. This is actually where we can change the water level. And doing well already. Here we go. Okay, my controller's getting stuck again. Aren't we having a good time? Okay. 1 second here, people. Okay. Ha! How quickly memory fades. We do not have shield capability. With, that's the big thing about the Biggoron sword, right? Okay. So, without the shield, that's how we repel them and turn them back into their first rock form. Okay. So let's just use the Master Sword. Oh, wow. Trust me, people. I will get this. Alright, is there one more? Oh, there you are, buddy. not my best showing. Yes, I forgot, okay? Yeah, I forgot that we do not have able to use the shield. Do not have shield capability with the Biggoron. So it's a two-handed one, okay? And as a two-handed, guess what? You cannot hold the shield in one hand and do the second hand. So it's actually like that in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, right? We have one-handed slash and burn kind of weapons, and then we have a true battle weapons with the two hands. Of course, that all is reflected in real life, right? Some swords are two-handed, some are one. So, this guy forgot, all right? But I did switch to the Master Sword, as you saw. Got the shield out. Forgive me for the hey, you know, age catches up with us all, doesn't it? All right, so guess what, guys? We have a map. And that's a beautiful thing. All right, so the first thing we need to do, all right, is actually right here in this room. And, oh, I just love this temple. Okay, so next to these symbols, when we play Zelda's Lullaby, there's three of these symbols. This is one of them. And that didn't do it. So let's try this again. There we go. I didn't get the chime. So we played Zelda's Lullaby, and what it does is it actually changes the water level of the temple. It's really cool. In a way, and I believe this will bring this all the way down to the bottom level. We're about to see in a minute. Remember in the ice cavern, where we used blue fire to melt the red ice? Well, basically, that acted kind of like a lock and key mechanism. Your ability to pass to the next section of the dungeon. This one uses water levels, okay? Where certain floors are inaccessible when the water level is too high or too low. So what we do is, at this symbol here, we can drop it all the way to the bottom level, giving us access to that room where we first met Princess Gerudo. So let's drop on down. Here we are. Okay, you can shoot arrows through this fire. However, being lazy like I am, I go ahead and use, yeah, see, they're giving us a little hint there. They're saying, hey, here's some arrows. No, I just come over here, get some Din's fire. And, you know, let's get Ocarina here. Let's do Din's fire here. Here we go. And let's let it loose. The goal is to light all the torches at once, giving us access to this room. Okay, these guys can be tricky, but they're really not. Just get your slingshot ready. When they open up, you shoot them. That's not my best showing, but here. Slingshot ready. Missed. There's another one. One, two, three. This should be a small key. Let's get those arrows. I said, let's get, there we go. Small key. Very nice. So there we go. There's that first door. Okay, now we're gonna go get an optional gold Skultula. And you notice we have a map. No compass as of yet, but I believe we're headed south. Now check this out. Look familiar? We've seen this in a couple dungeons so far. So let's go get our bomb. Put it down. And we bomb. And hold on, hold on. Alright, let's let go. There we go. And let's go get our iron boots on so we can sink. And yes, Guess who we've run across? We need our hook shot. Oh, come on, dude. Here we go. Iron boots off. You see the pattern. In and out. Oh boy, do I love the 3DS version for this reason. And the graphics. Oh, the graphics are a hint of what this game could be if it were remade. And I dream of the day where it is remade. So, yes, I love that version of the game. Alright, so by hitting the switch in this room, we raise the water level, but we do something else as well. We expose this target, to which we can lock on. Those stupid things. Alright. There is I believe a switch. There we go. And a swing, I'm sorry, a spin attack actually penetrates that grate, okay? Allowing us to gain access to this room in the gold Skultula, which we took care of. So, that is one of the many benefits of the spin attack. So, donning our iron boots once more. Here we go again. We're gonna go on down. Leave this area. We got our prize. Got a couple arrows as well. And guess what? That's right. Switching back. Oh, this temple. But we have to do it, don't we? No matter the myriad of frustrations it presents. Yes, we have to do it. Okay, and we're gonna go over to the west now. And on this west side, there's a block here. We've seen these before, haven't we? Most notably in the Forest Temple, where there were two of them as a puzzle to gain us access to the second level. Alright, well, in this level, in this temple, we push that block all the way to the end, so we can then gain access to the water, put on our iron boots, as you see. And then, guess what? Here we go again. We come on down here, and I believe, is this the place? No. Okay, we have to float up. Sometimes there are one of these areas. You can actually, there's a hookshot target. This is not one of them. I believe we just float up here. Whoops. Here we go. Without the iron boots, that's easily done. Okay. This is our first level in which we have these pillars of water. So, pillar level room. So, let's do one thing before we leave, or before we go over there. Let's get rid of this guy. That's some good shooting. Alright. Here we go. This one frustrates the heck out of me, but let's just do it. Okay, no, it's actually the one with the multiple ones. That one's not too hard. There's one where there's 2 or 3. And you really gotta time things out. Okay. In this room, this is a fun little room. Requires some interesting timing and stuff. First thing we need to do is actually float over iron boots around here, I believe. That way we want to sink down in one particular part of this kind of underwater serpent or dragon. There we go. We can shoot the switch inside the dragon. And then, whoops, we need to quickly hook shot twice. Once to get over here. And the second time, sometimes I just go for it. Or just get in here. There, alright, now we're in. Those guys get me every time. I'm glad I'm all tanked up on fairies right now, because that would have been difficult. So guess what? The goal is to... Oh, man. I can't. I should just let them kill me. You know, bring the fairy on. Okay, whoops. And then, basically... This is a small key. That switch brought the gate back up, okay? The one that we triggered in the dragon's mouth before. So it's really crucial that we make our way down, jump in the water, iron boots to sink down, which I always kind of trigger like this, as I'm in the air. That way they're on, and then good. Here's hoping we have enough time to do a fairy recharge, which I'm really happy for. I can't, you know how I can't stand, and alright, we're through. That worked out beautifully. So, iron key, small key, done. Alright, so let's get out of here. Let's get swept around the room once. It's like getting flushed down a toilet. Here we go. What a horrible comparison. Alright. Oh, hello. Oh, get out of here. Thank you for the heart. Alright. From here, see, yeah, hookshot will not work, but hookshot does work on the target. We don't have to actually go on the water pillar this time. That gets us straight across the room. Of course, in midair, I like to do my boot switch. Just something cool about that. And then, of course, here, boots back off. Oh. This temple. Okay. Oh, is this the one? This might be the one. Okay. Let's look up above. Shall we? And we shall. Check it out. You can't just rise up there. You gotta use the hook shot, and we're out. Because that ledge is actually right above where we can actually grab hold. Okay, now we're gonna go without our iron boots. We can finally go to the center pillar. Okay? Which is right here. In the 3DS version, there are these really cool lines above the door. Great addition. Kind of, I mean, what they do is they indicate where the Triforce symbols are that allow us to raise and lower the water levels. They're non-existent. We are playing the OG original game right here. So, all right. So use our hook shot, and standing in front of. We're gonna use our Triforce. Which I love that those three triangles form a Triforce symbol. There's something really poetic and perfect about that, you know? So, this being the second place in which we can change the water level, we now have brought the water level from the very bottom to the middle, okay? That floods the bottom, but we've just been to like 3 places, 3 hallways or corridors in the bottom, so now it's getting access to other sections as well. So with that water level changed, there is actually a hole that is opened up, which will give us access to the basement of the temple. It's a lot more noticeable in the 3DS version. The animated section in which they show the water level changing is shows that hole, but this version doesn't. So there you go. Alright, so iron boots on. We are in the basement. Very bottom. Okay, there's a switch here. In the second we trigger the switch, guess what's gonna come? Yes, several bad guys. So, let's do this from afar. That way we have a little distance in which we can start sniping these guys out. And it is key that we do snipe them out.
literally got turned around.
Oh, that guy was hiding.
Little punk hiding behind the switch. Alright, with all the bad guys vanquished, we can now float up to the second side of this underwater chamber. Waiting for us here. Another key. Very good. Okay, so what we're going to do now is make our way to the east corridor. And that one is marked by 2 jars. Ah, 2 jars. That's how I remember it, at least. And this should eventually lead us to the compass. Thank you for the hearts. I hear running water. Some kind of water over here. Lots of hookshot work. How am I doing on fairies? I mean, if there's a fairy in one of these, I'm getting it. Not a fairy. Okay, but I'll take the hearts. That's good stuff. All right, so the trick here, and by the way, is to trigger this so you can actually get the chest in time. A couple ways you can do it. One with a hook shot. There's a really quick timer, which I missed. How's that for good, huh? All right, so let's get up. Yeah, let's use our fairy bow, so we can be on this side of the. There we go. That way we can walk right up, open the chest. Sometimes the hook shot's not quick enough, meaning if you stand on that side, it's a really quick timer. And yes, we have the compass. Love it. Okay. Now that we have the compass, remember the room in which we met Princess Gerudo? Well, and we were floating up to that place, you know, where the first Triforce symbol was. These should be empty. I mean, yeah. Anyway, if we, yeah, here's east. No, that's not east. East is right over here. So as we were floating up, though, I made note of that cracked wall. Wait a minute. And basically, we can now access that cracked wall because the water level is at the midpoint and not at the very bottom or top. So what we have to do is go to that room in which we met Princess Gerudo, float on up, there it is. We need a bomb. Except we're not supposed to throw it. There we go. And we're in. 3 keys. That's right. Okay, now we're going to head down to the west side. Okay? So, you know the drill. Iron boots. Over and over again, right? Wash, rinse, repeat. Welcome to the water temple. Alright, so we're on the east. Let's walk on over to the, hello guys, west. Once we're over there, we will float on up. Also, what happened is, when we raised the water level at that second switch, okay, and we played Zelda's Lullaby, by raising the water level, it also raised this block right here. You might even call it a wooden block. It raises and lowers with the water level. Seriously? Stupid Tektites. Alright. Let's unlock that door before he gets us again. Oh, I swear. Okay. Through this locked door, though. Now, here's a water pillar. We can actually raise this water pillar with that switch. However, yeah, that guy's hiding up there. And I want my sword. Because you can swipe at those guys once with the Biggoron sword, and they're gone. I really love that. I also love hitting my target. There we go. This is a timed water pillar. One in which we need to get off right away. It's easily done. Okay, what lies ahead here? But hey, guess what? The bars are down, but that's okay. We need our Ocarina. This is the third Triforce symbol. Guess what? We can play Zelda's Lullaby again. Play the old Triforce song. Now, we've gone from the lowest level, mid-level, and now the water is at the very top level. Okay? So, that's where what we're done. Okay. The room coming up, it's not that bad, but I've had issues in the past. Sometimes it can be super annoying. Basically, you would call it the waterfall room. It's over on the west side. You see right there, we have to get it with a locked, as a locked door. I'm going to use one of our keys. We have 2 at this point. Still have 2 keys. And you can hear them already. Now, first thing you want to do is snipe these, oops, snipe these keys. Yeah, I put my Ocarina there. Take these guys out. Otherwise, they will get you. Okay. So the trick here is to time your the blocks on this side of the room are going up and down. They're ascending and descending. Meanwhile, we have a constant, as you can see, okay? And what you need to do is keep targeting and targeting and targeting with your hook shot. If you get it wrong, you fall into oblivion, you know? Kind of have to start over. Can't quite get that guy yet, but with the new tool, we will be able to get him. There's something slightly better than the hook shot. So, we can't get him just yet, but guess what? We will. There's the gold Skultula on the wall over there. Alright, so let's go down. Wait for the right moment here. Alright, so before we jump on that block, there goes a heart I could have used. Let's try to get a hook shot target here. Okay, seriously? Where am I standing? Okay, alright, so it's going down. Oh, I hate this room. You think it'd be predictable? Like, you know, alright, here we go. And the trick is, once you hook on to the target above you, press up on your left control stick, or your control stick, and because you want to be able to climb up. Okay, otherwise you won't be able to climb up. I do want to hook this one. I don't want to be too far from that top target. And boom, that should do it. Yep, we're in. Alright, with our last remaining key, we can finally enter this room. And the fun isn't over. It's never over with the water temple. Alright, so this room is basically, the puzzle has to do with the switch. Alright, and as we look around the room, there are 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 dragon head statues. These can be raised and lowered. And when they're raised, they give us actual hookshot targets. Meanwhile, we have the lovely Tektites on the water. They're not too much of a bother. I like sniping them just for fun. So, the trick here is to hit that switch, and you'll see. It's actually not that hard of a room. One, 2, 3, hook shot. Okay, so we hit the switch, gives us access to this. So there we go. Alright, got that one dragon head statue. And I believe we go and hit the hook shot again. Yep. Hit the switch again with the hook shot. There we go. Why do we do that? For this reason. If we had gone over to that side, we would not have been able to get over this dragon statue. You actually need to climb over it. I said climb, there we go, climb over it. Now, hitting the switch again raises the dragon heads once more. Hook shot over. Hit the switch again. Wash, rinse, repeat. Welcome to the water temple. All right, I'll stop saying that. And then, oh yeah, here we go. Once more. It's actually really cool. It's a sweet puzzle. And it's not that, hey, guess what? I have a killer sword now. Bye-bye. Oh, I love it. I love this sword. Okay. Fairy bow. Whoops. And fairy bow. There we go. There's one. It's like right at the top of the spikes right there. Otherwise, you are not able to actually get that dude on the other side of the spike. So, thank you for the rupees. There we go. Yes. Oh. This is a sweet temple, okay? This alone is worth the price of admission. Oh, this is special. This room, so cool. The way is shut. Lord of the Rings. All right. Okay. What kind of limbo, oasis, netherworld is this? What could this be? Interesting. Who is that? That's right, it's Dark Link. Oh, yes. And the thing is, he mirrors. You can't use your regular targeting with it. He mirrors your attacks. You just kind of have to slash and burn. Okay, otherwise he will mimic your and block you perfectly. So, what I just go in and I slash like it's crazy until I take him out. Dark Link, come on! Oh, love this game. Here we go. Oh yeah, you think you get a parry for that? Come on. We will always vanquish evil. Link and Loudboy. Ah, yes. Long shot. The long shot. I love the long shot. I love the long shot. All right. That was really dorky. All right. What's this? Yes, it's the same design. Thank you, Navi. The trick is to stand right on the edge. Bye-bye time block. Okay. Shall we go in? Down the rabbit hole? Yes, we are finally at the underground river. Pretty cool place. Yeah, and there are these vortexes, as Navi is so appropriately telling us. What you can actually do is put on your iron boots right here. Okay? And we haven't even looked at it yet. We now have the long shot in our inventory. It actually replaced the hook shot. The long shot is just as it sounds. It is much longer than the hook shot. Taking it out. And taking out and acquiring another gold Skultula. That brings our count to, we're at 51. That gets us a new prize at that house of Skultula. I love it. Alright, so to get past this though, we definitely want our regular boots. Because we want to sweep this corner and hopefully do just that. Get up on this ledge. Oh, is that a fairy? That is a fairy. That is mine. I want it. I want it bad. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Yes. Yes. That brings our fairy count back up to 3. Beautiful. I love that. Getting fairies mid levels. Like, all right. So here, regular boots once more. Yeah, we already got them on. So we want to swim past to this little right there. Man, I get so nervous. All right. The trick here is to hit the switch, but then quickly long shot over to the chest, which acts as a point in which... Beautiful. I love that. How the chests are actually targets for our hook and long shots. Now, what's really cool is that winding underground river brought us all the way to a ledge up above that serpent room in which we were earlier, where we had to hit the switch inside the dragon mouth. Anyway, it's kind of cool how it all snakes together like that. Brings us back to this room. We don't have to do that again. We already did that. That was for our Skultula. I believe, yeah, there's a target over there. Previously, we would not have been able to reach this target. Now, it's easy with a long shot. Beautiful stuff. Brings us back to here. Hello. How about this? There we go. That's right, I'm packing the good sword now. Alright, iron boots. I love doing midair like that. Just my little thing. Oh, I missed the 3DS version. I played it through completely using an emulator. I built my own emulation station, okay? You know, running on Windows. Oh, Linux, sorry. Dual boot. So I booted up to a Linux OS and running the latest version. And basically, yeah, I was able to emulate 3DS. Okay, right across there is where the boss is. However, we don't have the boss key yet. That was only accessible when the water's at the highest level using the long shot. But what we need to do is, we are on east. We're going to go to the west where there was that locked door. Remember the rising platforms in that room? And earlier I said that with the right tool, we could actually get that Skultula on the wall. Now we can. We have the right tool. We have our... We have our long shot. With that, this is easy. The long shot is just killer, and it reaches these insane distances, just like that. And that's number 52. I know, I don't have them all. I'm not the perfect completist with this game. I get what I can, especially to get all the prizes that I need and want along the way. And after 50, it's kind of pointless. Not pointless. It's just 50 is like is the benchmark I like to reach with the Skultulas, and a lot. I'll get more than that, but I want to reach a minimum of 50. So, okay, now we're gonna go over to the east. Okay, because on this side, where we met Princess Gerudo, that would be south. You know me, directionally challenged. Okay. We need to change the water level twice to get the boss key. So fun. It always bugs me how you can't move or change your direction while you're sinking. I wish there was some of that control there. There just isn't, so we must deal with it as it is. I guess that kind of makes sense here. Straight down with gravity, but I wish there was some control. Like we can, you know, like this. I can actually move around while I'm ascending through the water. But the iron boosts just prevent that. Alright, so this is where we change our water level to the very bottom level. Of course, we need our Ocarina for this. Waiting for that chime. There we go. After this, we need to go back to the center column, change the water level to the midpoint. Okay, because again, we're trying to acquire the boss key. It's what it demands, so it's what we gotta do. Alright, so let's drop on down. I love that doesn't hurt us. Okay, remember the center column? The place in which we played the song the first time, also where we accessed the basement. Well, we're going back there again to do the same thing. It's right up here. There we go. Yeah, 3 notes. And I just pressed the wrong button. Up comes the water. And we're now at the middle point. Okay, before we leave this area, there is a Skultula, which we can now reach with the long shot. I said we can reach it. There we go. Alright. So there's number 53, if I'm keeping count correctly. Alright, now that we're here, I believe we're going south, and there is a golden eye switch. There it is. Okay. So this is a two-part little puzzle, if you will. I mean, it's basically, you hit the switch, and then we need to quickly long shot over. You know, when I looked for those guys, and I knew better, and I'm like, where are they? And that was all in stuff. That was in my inner monologue, right? And guess what? It snuck up on me. Oh, you little... Oh. I'll take the reward, though. Thank you for the hearts. Like I was saying, hit the switch. It all turned out well in the end. And long shot over. Cool. Alright, we're in. This is kind of cool, actually. Okay, here we need to actually grab this block. And pull it into place. Oh yeah, the water's at the middle. Okay. My bad. Alright. Here we go. Sorry, got a little turnaround there. Hold on, any Tektites around here? Do not want to be surprised again. Very good. Alright, so hitting... Remember, we pulled that block into place, right? That's the same block that we pushed earlier. Crap, and hook shot across. Oh, boy. A minor glitch led us through that one. Oh, there it is. Okay. And we have another key. Nice. Yeah, that's what I needed. Okay, now we need to head back to the main room. And we're going to go to the north side. Luckily, we don't have to change the... Let's go this way. We don't have to change the water level to get out of here. And I'm hoping this is the way out. We're about to find out. Oh, I hate this. Being in the wrong position for our shot here. Here we go. Let's actually hit the target. Here we go. Okay. We're currently on the west side, which means we need to go around the pillar. That's right. You don't stand a chance. Alright. North side. We're going to sink down. See this sandy area? This kind of notes why and where we need to be. So again, sinking down even further. Alright. This is the place that has some spikes above, however. There's a way, it's not the way, let's try this way. Here it is. There's a way that we can get around them, of course, with our long shot. Ah, yes, this room. Oh, this room. Okay. It looks worse than it is. Alright? Excuse me. And there's a couple methods in which we can use to get across here. One is to simply, we have boulders going across, as you can see. They're emptying out from that side. We have 6 tektites over there. Sometimes I might snipe the furthest ones. Okay. There we go, thank you. You know what? Maybe we just clear the room. I've got the arrows. Okay. They won't be an issue. So, yeah, a couple ways in which we can cross this room. Remember, there are boulders here. It helps to go to this right side because this current is going to take us the second we take off those boots. But if you press up on your control stick, you can grab hold of the ledge before it sucks you into oblivion. All right, now we're at this room. It's actually kind of a fun room. All right, this room. Okay, hello guys. Oh, you suck. It snuck up behind me there. Oh, there you are. Hello. Oh, I'm out of arrows. Yeah, I literally was just saying, oh, I got plenty of arrows. Unbelievable. Okay. So this room is kind of cool. There is a block that we can push to achieve our goal here. Man, it'd be nice if there were some arrows. Bombs. That's the game giving us a hint to use bombs. It's kind of funny how they do that. All right. Okay. We blow our way through the hole. Now, the trick is to go... Yeah, we pull... Okay. We're not done yet. And we push. And then we pull again. Wash, rinse, repeat. The water temple. We should get that on a t-shirt. Look for it in a store. I'll have to get that out before anyone else does. Alright, Loudboy wear. Okay. Now, that's right. We push again. So what we're doing is, this block, that's right, it holds down a switch, raising the water level, so we can access this part of the room. It's like, oh, I just love it when bars close behind us. Ah, yes. Remember I mentioned this earlier, okay? This is the room with 3. Oh, whoops. I love it when I do that. Okay. Oh, and we're out of arrows. Okay. So, let's try something else, shall we? If we annoy these little tektites, a lot of times, they will jump forward enough to jump down. There we go. Down into the pit. That's right. Come on, little guy. Come on. Come on. Thank you. All right. They are not. They are down there. So if I fall down there, but I can take them out with a sword when I do that, right? So here's the trick. You have to run using the pillars as your means to get across the room. I've spent a few really frustrating moments before trying to use that, because there's 3, right? 1, 2, and 3. Trying to use that third one over there. No, just use the left 2. Okay, head left, kind of, and then boom, you're across. Don't go for the third. You'll miss it, and then, yeah, I've been extremely... Now, check it out. Before we go around this corner, because we want to go to the left, guess what's hiding over here? Our friendly neighborhood spider. Oh. And that's probably, what, 54? Okay, after we snipe the gold Skultula, what we want to do now is put on our iron boots and head to the right. Avoiding the boulders yet. If we can. Yep. Murphy's Law, right? Okay, oh, who do we have here? Oh, hello. And goodbye. Thank you for the arrows. You little Tektite loser friends made me run out of those. Okay. Either that or I'm just a bad shot. Alright. This is why we get all those small keys, right? We just went through quite a bit to get to this part. Because behind this locked door is, guess what? That's right. It's the boss key. Now, if you recall, the boss key is accessible when the water level is at the highest level, okay? Which means that we're going to have to go change the water level. Thank you for the fairy. I am getting kind of low on hearts here. I just love how they go through walls, but they are fairies. I guess I'll allow them that. Thank you. Oh, there's 2. Oh, you brought a friend. As I was saying, yeah, so that's where we're headed. We're gonna go to the west, go through that, there's a door to the west which will lead to that Triforce symbol, allowing us to raise the water level to where we need to be. Go on, get it, Link? Yes, buddy. Alright, here we go. But first we have to get back to the main room. Yeah. It's boot changing time. Yeah. Once more. Ah. There's gonna be more after this, but here we are, main room. Okay. To the west, my directionally challenged brain is trying to find. Here we go. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. It's amazing how I have trouble with that. Alright, so right across here. Let's go through the store. Okay, remember this? Guess who's probably back? Is our Tektite friend back? Yeah, he respawned. I think I hear him. There he is. Oh, you jerk. Yeah, that's right, but thank you for the hearts. Oh, you're a sweetheart. Alright, here we go. I take back everything bad I said about you, okay, buddy? Because those hearts, I like getting those. Alright. Let's go through this door. Bars down, and here we go. Triforce symbol. Got our chimes. Play the Triforce. Water level up. Submenu. There you go, guys. There's our map. Okay. Map. Compass. Big key or boss key. Alright. So here we go. Let's jump across. Hello. Goodbye. Now, with the long shot and a long shot only, we can now, because the hook shot couldn't reach this distance, we can do this. I love it. Love this game. Okay. Oh, another fairy. And we're all tanked up, right? We're all tanked up, so do your magic. Of course, you know what? No, I won't need to come back there. Okay. I was thinking, you know, if I need to retreat, and it'll be fine. This boss isn't too bad. Of course, again, Murphy's Law. We'll see about that. This is all about timing. I'll just wait till we get the hover boots. Those can be tricky. Of course, I've gotten that down too, but man, in the early days with the hover boots, ridiculous. Alright, here we go. All about timing. Do not be afraid, young Luke. Fear leads to the dark side. Alright, here we are. That's actually one of my better Yoda impressions. Yeah, I'm not great, but, you know, that was passable for me. Okay. In the water be evil. Okay, here comes the monster, the great evil thing that's been plaguing the poor Zoras. That's right. It basically looks like the effects from The Abyss, if you saw that movie. What was that? Early to mid-90s? James Cameron? The Abyss? Okay. This can be tricky if you don't know what you're doing. And hopefully I remember what I'm doing, so we shall find out together. Alright. The trick is, you do not want him to grab hold of you. However, when he does that, you grab that little red ball, pull it towards you with a long shot, and slash away. But the trick is to not let this jerk get you, because he will. He's going to reach out and try to grab you. I want to get a good forward slash in, and I'm going to try, so give me a moment. But I've gotten a couple good hits so far. Okay, let's not let him get us. Alright, he's down. Ah, darn it, I hate missing. Not my best showing. Alright, let's give this another try. I said let's give this another try. Come on, get that. There we go. I hear him spinning around. Alright, he's way over there. Okay. Definitely, you want to let him reach first. Don't try to go for the ball while he's in the spinning vortex down there. Crap. Okay. It just takes some time. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to build some tension here, right? There he is. All right. I love the Biggoron sword. Come on. One normal slash is probably equal to 2. I mean, like the hard, the good hit. What is that sucker called? Anyway, when you do the forward slash, okay, the Master Sword. Right down there, the monster is defeated. Do not just run forward into into our portal. Look what's beyond it. Okay? Always make sure you get your heart piece. And to make doubly sure, I'm going to come around from this side. There we go. The water temple.
Link. I would have expected no less from the man I chose to be my husband. Zora's domain and its people will eventually return to their original state. As a reward, I grant my eternal love to you. Well, that's what I want to say, but I don't think I can offer that now. I have to guard the water temple as the Sage of Water. And you? You're searching for the Princess Zelda? Ha! You can't hide anything from me. Princess Zelda, she's alive. I can sense it. So don't be discouraged. I can tell that nothing will stop you in your quest for justice and peace. But you must take this medallion and take it respectfully.
Love it.
You receive the water medallion. Gerudo awakens as a sage and adds her powers to yours. If you see Sheik, please give him my thanks, okay? As water rises, the evil is vanishing from the lake. Link, you did it! Did Gerudo want to thank me? I see. We have to return peace to Hyrule for her sake too, don't we? Look at that, Link. Together, you and Princess Gerudo destroyed the evil monster. And once again, the lake is filled with pure water. All is as it was here. Can't even read. That was hard to read.
Yeah, it is depressing. The sight of the lake being empty like that. I'm glad it's back. Look up there. See up the tree, on top of the tree. Now watch. There goes Sheik. I give it a 10.0, that dive. It's a good dive. Lake Hylia. Back to the way it should be. There are a few things that we can do right here on this little island. I'm trying to think if we can do this now. You can actually get a special arrow. And then there's also a gold Skultula. Anyway, there's a few things that we can do on the lake when we haven't even talked about what's over there. See across the lake? That rectangle thing with the door? That leads to the fishing. And believe me, I've debated with myself whether to attempt the fishing for you guys, with you guys, because it can be hit or miss, literally. I'm still pondering. You know, if you guys want to see me fish for a while, I could make a whole separate video about it. I'm not kidding. Because if I get the 13 pounds or more, I get my 4th bottle. You know, again. And then there's a special lure that you can find. It's hidden around there, the sinking lure. There's all this fishing stuff. And I love fishing. I love the fishing mechanics. It could be its own mini game, as it is. It's its own mini game. But I digress. So, I do want to try this, though. Because it's on my mind. And we're here. So, if we play the sun song, okay? We're going to check this right here. Yep. Okay. We play the sun song. Let's check it out. Well, of course, it would be behind us, right? The sun sets. So we're actually, we're headed due east if you look at the map. I know that much. Now, don't ask me about real life, but I can look at that map and tell that's east. Refer to my earlier video where I told you guys about my directionally challenged nature. Because of growing up on Cape Cod, Massachusetts, on the East Coast, everything's west. Okay, enough about that. Sun song. So, play the sun song. And we gotta get our arrow ready. If we shoot the sun at the right time, as the sun comes up in the morning, like that, something very cool happens. Yeah. Pretty cool. Alright. So let's swim across. Hello, Navi. You trying to tell me something, girl? We have fire arrows. Nice. I'll just wait till we get the light arrows. Those are really cool, too. Play the sun song again. Pretty sure there's a secret waiting for us on this little island. Oh, what is this? A fairy. Okay. Now, it is nighttime. This can be tricky. And that's what I was speaking of, a couple things we could do, and I'm going ahead and doing them, aren't I? Alright, so what I mean by tricky is targeting the right part of this tree to where you actually land. Oh, I love that I did it the first time. If you target the wrong part of the branch or the wrong part of the trunk of the tree, you don't have a bloody chance in getting the Skultula. But nonetheless, we got it. So cool. That, my friends, is the water temple. Oh, yes, I'm just so psyched it's behind us. Here we go. the bottom of the well. Yeah, this one could be kind of creepy. This is where Ocarina of Time ventures into kind of the horror category of things. There's some really kind of scary stuff at the bottom of the well. So we're going to head there now. First place we're going to go is Gerudo Village. I just have a feeling we need to head over that way. So let's get going. And I almost jumped off the bridge. I mean, we're starting off really well, aren't we? Hey, man. Alright, so here we go. Thanks for coming back. Means a lot that you guys are hanging out with me. I am enjoying this series immensely. So, thank you. It's been a pleasure playing this game again. And as you can see, I have my Biggoron sword out. And we're headed to Gerudo Village. I could have called Epona, couldn't I? We could be jumping over those fences right now. That's alright. I'll get her. We shall call Epona. Okay, so let's give her a call. And then we're going to head across Hyrule Field. And our first stop, before we venture into the well, will be Gerudo Village. Let's get over there. Hey girl, how are you doing? Haven't seen you in a little while. I like to run through the grass. You can actually pick up items sometimes when you run through the grass. As I run out of stamina, I do the same thing in Breath of the Wild, right? Check out one of my videos, 400 Bokoblin kills and other kills. It's fantastic. Made from over 20 hours of gameplay in Tears of the Kingdom. Epona and I, just taking out enemies left and right. I wish this field was populated like that, right? With a bunch of NPC bad guys. But it's not. But Tears of the Kingdom is, and man, I had a blast. But from those 20 hours, I made a video that's 21 minutes and 12 seconds long. Kind of appropriate. And just check out my channel name. Here we go. Ganon. Get back, Link. What is this? It's evil afoot here. Wow. Yeah. We got the crap beat out of us. But we're still here. Looks like you're coming around. Link, a terrible thing has happened. The evil shadow spirit has been released. Impa, the leader of Gerudo Village, has sealed the evil shadow spirit in the bottom of the well. But the forces of the evil spirit got so strong, the seal of the well broke, and it escaped into the world. I believe Impa has gone to the Shadow Temple to seal it again, but she will be in danger
without any help. Link, Impa is one of the 6 sages. Destroy the evil shadow spirit and save Impa. There is an entrance to the Shadow Temple beneath the graveyard behind this village. The only thing I can do for you is teach you the melody that will lead to the Shadow Temple. This is the melody that will draw you into the infinite darkness that absorbs even time. Listen to this, the Nocturne of Shadow. You have learned the Nocturne of Shadow. Let me take care of the village. I'm counting on you, Link. And there, he or she, there she goes again. Oh, that princess. Okay. This is where, if you don't have it, you can go get the Song of Storms. However, I do already have this song. You get it by going inside the windmill. And talk to this guy. Oh no, a storm again? You played the Ocarina again, didn't you? Grrr! Yeah, he's pretty ticked off. And he has reason to be. 7 years ago, a little boy made a mess of things. And he's been pretty ticked off ever since. Okay, so the Nocturne of Shadow is a really cool song. It's actually kind of the most complicated song that we've had yet. So yeah, by playing it, it gives us access to a place right here in the graveyard, in this little village. It would have been nice to have before, wouldn't it? This is the first time we've been able to warp to this place. Now, right down there is where we're going to go in the next episode, okay? The Shadow Temple. However, without too many spoilers, what you can do is, after you warp here, look where we are. We're up at the head of the graveyard. Something that we were here several times before in earlier episodes. So, leaving the graveyard brings us, of course, right back out to the village. There we go. Every time, right? How can a few notes... Okay. The Prelude of Light, not the Song of Time. Isn't it interesting how they named them, right? The Prelude of Light brings you to the Temple of Time. The Song of Time doesn't do that. Okay. You know what we do here, right? This is so iconic. That's right. We're time travelers, and we're going back in time. I've never really questioned the metaphysical reality of this switch, right? Because as an adult, Link, we have an adult body. And when we first became that, we were told that we were sealed away. I've never really asked the question to myself, and I'm doing it now. Which can be dangerous, because, I mean, too many questions, right? What happens when you go back again?
what happens to your body? Is it sealed again? Perhaps. I mean, I guess you just kind of think of the process in reverse. I mean, there's so many ways in which you can do time travel. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of time travel in general. One of my favorite shows and time travel sci-fi projects is 12 Monkeys, the TV series. And in that, they have what's called splintering, where basically a particle accelerator breaks apart every particle in your body, and then you are transported. Darn it, I thought I missed him. You're transported through time that way. However, I mean, there's been a lot of... The original 12 Monkeys did it kind of a similar way, the Bruce Willis movie. Of course, you know about Back to the Future. This is... I love this thing right here. My, yeah, the time... This actually has the food processor on the back for energy. But yeah, and it has the floating wheels that flip down. The flying version. Anyway, I love my DeLorean. That's from Back to the Future. So, I mean, who doesn't like those movies? One of the biggest time travel tropes that it took care of, one of the biggest time travel concepts that Back to the Future handled was the grandfather paradox. Okay? What happens if you travel back in time and kill a parent or a grandfather? Do you cease to exist? Because of course you are their progeny, right? You came from them. So if you kill them before they ever created you, do you cease to exist? That's a paradox, okay? And that is one of the beautiful things about time travel, is that paradoxical nature of things that they can present. So, why are we going here? I'll show you. With the Song of Storms. Okay. Yes, my Stone of Agony is going off right now. My controller vibrating. So, let's take out our Ocarina. That's not our Ocarina. Alright, here we go. Playing the Song of Storms. It opens up a secret. There we go. I hear stuff already. Let's get out some bombs. There we go. Bunch of bugs in here. A few prizes to be had. Another bomb. Blow that up. Take out our boomerang. Thank you. I hear something else. You hear it? Okay. This is the main reason why we're here. Right there. I don't really care about the regular one, but I want the gold one. And there we go. That's why we made this trip. The secret spots at Hyrule Castle. Pretty cool. Okay, the next place we're gonna go is over at Zora's River. There is a piece of heart that we can get there using the Song of Storms here in the past as a child. There are 5 little friends that are waiting for us there in Zora's River. I do find it interesting also, right? Interesting continuity questions about time travel. In that our wallet full of 500 rupees remains as we travel through time. So, isn't that kind of interesting? I I shouldn't be asking these questions. Let's just accept it and move along. But, you know, I always think about the differences, right? What happens when you travel through time? What are the differences? And how are the effects played out with the continuity? Because those things are very important questions when we talk about time travel. So off to Zora River we go. And we're going to get there. We're going to get to the bottom of the well. In fact, it's, I believe, our next stop. So right up here. Navigate this little maze of grass and dirt. Check out. See that log right there? Straight ahead? Yes. And actually, Navi is trying to tell us something. You see how she turned green right there? Yeah. Yeah, and check it out. Yeah, and she's relentless in reminding us about the well. We're going to get there, Navi. Don't worry. See that frog? He's one of 5, actually. Some frogs are looking at you from underwater. So let's play the Song of Storms. Each time you play for these guys, they actually grow bigger. Piece of heart. Piece of cake. And I believe, see, where are we at with that? Yeah, that gave us another heart container. Worth the trip. Okay, I just completed another one. Okay, you can actually continue playing with them. You can play, I believe, like all of the songs in your repertoire, okay? Or most of them. And with that, you are granted little prizes along the way until there's finally a game that you play with the 5 frogs, and you have to repeat all of their notes. And it's a long succession of notes that you have to repeat. So anyway, yeah, easy piece of heart to get. That's why I wanted to go there. Gold Skultula, always good. I'm glad we got that. So back to Kakariko. This is my little shortcut, by the way, walking along the water's edge. That way you don't have to navigate much else, and this makes things pretty quick. Because believe me, all this running around can take time. So here we are, back in the village. So much walking and running. Let's see, which one is it? Is it this one? Nope. Him? Yes, the curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you. Piece of heart. Nice. That's because we have 50 gold Skultulas now. So. Okay, now that we have gotten our piece of heart for our 50 gold Skultulas, we come up here, and we need to get to the bottom of the well, don't we? However, check it out. The well is currently full of water. Do you remember what that guy said, okay? He was pretty ticked off in the future. The man inside the windmill. There's a reason for that. Because in the past, where we are now, a young boy did something he shouldn't have. Playing the Song of Storms. And the Song of Storms makes this happen. Go around, go around, go around. It's going way too fast. He looks like he's smiling, doesn't it? But believe me, I don't think he's happy. And check it out. It does go pretty fast. Okay. When we played the Song of Storms here in the past, it actually did something very cool. It emptied out the well. As you can see right there. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to go down the well. The scary well. And instead of dropping down, you can actually do this. Here we go. Into the darkness. What evil lies ahead? I had to mess up that line, didn't I? What evil lies ahead? We made it. The bottom of the well. Yes, this is a dungeon that you can only do as a child. And it is a necessity before we go on to the Shadow Temple as an adult in the future. So here in the past... Let's do this a different way. There we go. You wait till they expose their soft belly. Alright, so Navi wants to tell us something. Anyway, she's alerted. This is a really cool concept, and this is carried on into the Shadow Temple as well. It looks like the way is shut. Lord of the Rings. However, that is a false wall. Pretty cool, huh? Now, the powers that be do not leave us empty-handed with regard to all of these illusions. There is a tool, a mystical item that we can use, and we need to acquire that item. And we shall. Navi is telling us something. Play the Triforce song, that's what I call it. Zelda's lullaby. See the Triforce symbol on which we're standing? By playing that song right here, yeah, it actually triggers the event. It's taking the water. The water was... Let me get out of the way in case that... Did he just come by? He did. Alright, I'm glad I moved. He makes the rounds. Big square, basically. In this floor of this dungeon. So anyway, there's also a bunch of unseen and hidden... Not that guy, but... Nice. Unseen and hidden holes that lead straight to the basement. And there are some true horrors down there. We have to venture there anyway, but I don't want to fall randomly. Alright, so let's make our way back around. Now that we've emptied the water from this level of the dungeon, the place where we first entered is right here. Okay, there's the false wall. Recognize the skeleton. However, this was full of water. It is now emptied out because we lowered the water. Got some bombs, nice. And we have to go in here. Deeper and deeper into the abyss. Thank you. I love it when they give me hearts. This is where the true horror begins. You have to let him grab you. It's really disgusting that way. Trying to shake my way out of it. Oh, here he comes. Oh, here he comes. Oh, this guy's disgusting. I'm trying to move. There we go. There we go. Alright, so maybe not a forward slash there. There we go. Alright, he goes away. And we actually... That's when he reveals himself, okay? He will reveal himself when he actually grabs hold of you. And man, I am doing horribly here. Alright, we're gonna get this. He is exposed. That's a good thing. And... he will only come and attack you when you get close enough. Alright, now he goes away. It's a disgusting hand grab. Can you imagine what this guy smells like? Must be putrid. Alright, would you let go of me already? Right, thank you. Target him. Alright, he goes away again. He's grabbing, he's grabbing. Fine, get on with it. That's right. Your limp, disgusting body, you just lay there. It actually is pretty creepy, right? There you have it, my friends. You found the lens of truth. This does use some of our magic power. Okay? Which is fine, we have magic to spare. It shows up right here. And we can continue using this in the future. That's why we came here. We need the lens of truth in our inventory because it's very helpful in the next major dungeon as an adult. Thank you. Okay. We have the lens of truth. But there are several more goodies in which we could get in this temple. There are some gold Skultulas. You can get a dungeon map, a compass. Anyway, several more things. We are going to run right into that guy. We are going to go straight on to the Spirit Temple. And I hope you guys join me for that next time. So, I don't really have to do all this. I could just play the Prelude of Light right now. And that'll bring us straight to... we can warp on over to the Temple of Time. Because now with the lens of truth, we can time travel to the future. And go to the Spirit Temple. We're gonna get our body out of cold storage. It's been hibernation mode. And we're back. So now we can play the Nocturne of Shadow. That will bring us straight to the entrance. You know what though? There's something else that I want to do. I'm so flexible. What movie is that from? You guys probably know. I'm actually racking my brain right now. I can't let you guys go. I just can't. Oh, it's killing me. What movie is that from? I'm so flexible. I can't let you guys go. I just can't. Oh, I can't. I shouldn't be brainstorming this with you guys live like this. Oh my. It's Sherlock. I'm a big fan, by the way. The modern take on Sherlock. And Moriarty at the end of season 2. End of season 1. I just went to the wrong place. My mind's on Sherlock now. At the end of season 1, Sherlock meets Moriarty. They could then continue that scene in season 2. And finding the place. This it? There's something really cool we can do with... Okay, here we go. Alright, Sun Song. Anyway, at the season 2, Sherlock meets Moriarty. And so does Watson. He's got a vest, a bomb vest, strapped onto Watson. Okay? This is Benedict Cumberbatch just before he became, of course, Doctor Strange. Anyway, so he's about to let them go, and then he goes, I can't let you guys go. And I'm so flexible. Anyway, it's Moriarty. Forgive me. This is what I do. Okay, this is a really cool thing, which leads to a nice little prize. Now that we have the lens of truth, guess what? We can see through these treasure chests, and we can tell which one. This is so cool. Oh, there's the key. Nothing like cheating, right? Because otherwise you're doing a bunch of 50-50 chances without the lens of truth, right? You don't know which one has the key. That's not a key, that's a key. Each key opens up each door in succession. There's one. Until we get to the prize at the end. Thank you. It's the best game in the world when you have the lens of truth. And finally, not finally, but another key. And another door. And look, talk about spoiler alert, right? Yeah, it's a piece of art. Beautiful thing. Beautiful. Oh, they don't... I wanted to just warp out of here, back to the Temple of Time. Play the Prelude of Light. They do not let you use... Which is, I guess, appropriate. That would be really rude, right? To cheat the game, get the prize, and don't even leave the establishment. We're just making everybody angry in the past. The windmill guy, this guy here. Let's talk to him. I just want to thank him. That's right, yes. You're very welcome, sir. My pleasure to play. Okay. Now, the Prelude of Light. Just messed it up. My bad. Okay. In my previous videos, right, it's right there. I was making fun of my really horrible memory. Okay, I'm playing this game for almost 30 years. I still don't have half the songs memorized. Extremely sad. So I've been trying to do it from memory. Yeah, that's what I get. That beautiful example. But we're here, guys. Let's grab our sword. And yes, we're going back to the future. Marty would be proud. The Nocturna Shadow. Yes, we're going to the grave. I do hope you guys join me. Next time, we're taking on the Shadow Temple. And as you can see right here, we're in the graveyard in Kakariko Village. Standing on one of these warp points symbols. And let's do one thing before the Shadow Temple is right beyond that door. Okay? How do we open that door? Like this. That leads to the Shadow Temple. Opening the door to the Shadow Temple. And we're in. Can you guys hear that? Right away, if you recall the last episode, Bottom of the Well, there were a bunch of fake doors, fake walls, and doors. There are plenty of hidden doors here. So, this is one of them. Now, I just turned on the lens of truth. And that shows us the truth of where we're at. So we can just venture in. Yes, thank you. So as we can see right away in this room, it looks like the way is shut, doesn't it? And there is no conceivable way at this time for us to cross over there. And we need to get over there. So let's look around this room. Yeah. There's no way out of here, is there? There seems to be some kind of device here. It says, make my beak face the skull of truth. The alternative is descent into deep darkness. Alright. So the gist is this. We need the lens of truth to figure out what is truth and what is a lie. Kind of like life, isn't it? Kind of important to know the truth. So, turning on our lens of truth, let me wander around the room. Oh, that's interesting. That's the way we came. But this door is open as well. How do I know the difference? Well, because I'm not turned around. That is the way out. However, this is the way forward. This area, one who gains the Eye of Truth will be able to see what is hidden in the darkness. So, another fake wall. An illusion, an apparition. Wandering around here, so many messages. Shadow Temple, here is gathered Hyrule's bloody history of greed and hatred. I didn't hear him say Washington, D.C. So, moving around. It's the last time I'll make a joke like that. Shadow Temple. Okay, would you... They're relentless with that message, by the way. This area has 2 square rooms or hallways that run in a square. They're interconnected, and one of the ways, you can see the truth and see the false wall to lead to the next. But there are 2 very important items that we need in this section of the dungeon. One of which is sort of to the right, the other one's kind of ahead. Let's go to the right first. So, if my bearings are correct, and I sure as heck hope they are. Yep. That is the way we came. Okay, that's the door. You can see also that as I use the lens of truth, it is not only revealing the truth, and by the way, it's kind of marked with the glowing skull eyeballs right there. It's also using our magic meter. Aha! What do we have here? And what sword do I have? I'm currently rocking the Master Sword. No, I'm not. Sorry. Forgive me. Okay. If you guys recall as well, I don't think I've done it. Maybe once. Normally I kind of just blitz by these guys. But if we play the Sun Song, that's a lovely thing. It's amazing what happens when you bring the light, right? Again, another life lesson. Couple of swipes with a Biggoron sword. Done and done. Hold on. I say done. Oh, there are keys in here. That's right. I do not want to be caught off guard. Where are you guys? You know what? Let's... Oh, there's one. I was going to mount my fairy bow real quick and snipe him, but... There we go. They came to me, huh? My very own DoorDash for dungeon bats. Okay, here we go. That was not a plug. Right away, we have a map. Nice. All right, you can see that in lower right-hand corner. You guys know the drill. So we now have a map and some arrows. Thank you for that. Again, false wall, walking on through. All right, the next section in which we need adventure, that was kind of random, is sort of this way. Yeah, see that? How it reveals itself? I turn on the lens of truth. So going on in. Yeah, a lot of messages. All right, here we go. All right, this way, I believe it's sort of towards the back, if I recall correctly. Whoa, we just stumbled into that one. All right, here we go. Let's do that again. I want you guys to see it. There we go. So, again, towards the back of this square section, if you will, is another. Remember the bottom of the well? Dead Hand 2.0, and this time, I believe he has more arms and grabs us with 2 arms. Yeah, thank you, dude. You can let go now. Come on, come and get it, come and get it, come and get it. Alright, yeah, go ahead and grab me. Yeah, do your thing. Alright, here he comes. Okay, you can let go now. Thank you. Oh man, I wanted to get another swipe in there. Didn't get it, it's okay. Again, 2 hands grabbing me. Come on, Link, you can break free, buddy, break free. Here we go. Oh, crud. I did not mean for that to happen. Targeting, Z-target, alright. You just lay there and think about what you did. You piece of scum. You rebel scum. Star Wars. Alright. I know, you guys knew that already. From now on, I'll just say the lines referencing my favorite movies. I'll try not to say the movie afterwards. Hover boots. So, as you know, we have our regular boots. We have our iron boots. And now we have hover boots. Like the water temple, this temple also requires us to switch boots on and off. So fun. However, these have some really sweet capabilities. Alright, Dead Hand 2.0. Down the proverbial toilet. That guy's gone. Let's get the heck out of here. Turning on the lens of truth. Those should be empty. Alright. Okay, seriously with him. Alright. Lens of truth shows me the false wall. Going through. Alright, this will bring us back to the room with the bird statue. Remember I had that message about the beak facing the skull of truth, I believe? Alright, so looking around with the lens of truth. Check it out. With the lens of truth on, all but this one right here. Turning it off, turning it on. See how they disappear? On this post, yeah. I think you guys got it. Alright, but this post that I'm standing right next to, I should take a selfie. This post right here is the one that is the true one. You know, again, looking around the room, no one else has it. So, grabbing hold. Yes, thank you. And I hope it's this one. We're about to find out, right? I get to talking, right? And then it's like, I forget what the heck I'm doing. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, you can like once you have the motion going, Link's just like... That's what can happen. I did that for example. Alright? You guys had to know. Alright. So, yeah, it is this one right here. And we'll try not to mess things up this time. So now you know what happens. That was fun. Scene right out of Indiana Jones. Or at the end of Empire. Oh, there we go. At the end of Empire Strikes Back. The original version, before the Emperor got stupidly brought back. Don't get me going on that. That was such a beautiful redemption story. An arc in which Vader, once Anakin Skywalker, saves his son from pure evil. What a villainous piece of crap the Emperor is. Yeah, so my phone's ringing. And the fact that in the end, when Luke reaches out, Father, please help, you know, he saves him. Redemption. And for Luke to face his father, Anakin. So good. You know, that, as a kid, I remember the day in 1983 in which I went to see, I know spring chicken. Moving on, with that I went to see Return of the Jedi. I remember standing in line. I remember the car drive to the movie. We went to a matinee. Yeah, I remember the car drive to the movie theater. I remember watching Empire Strikes. I remember getting all my toys. Back behind me, I have the real version of this. And I really want to show you guys. Okay, this is the shuttle, except the real toy that I got for Christmas, probably 84, 83, is, you know, is bigger than the frame that I'm currently sitting within. You know, I still have all my original figures. Point is, huge Star Wars fan. And that redemption arc for Vader, to bring him back, the Emperor, it makes it all meaningless. And so, I said, don't get me going. And I kept going. Yeah, shocker, right? It just bothers me. All right. Right away, in this next room, we have a BMOS. And in here, we need, you know, there's a couple ways we can deal with this guy. Get my mind off of Star Wars for a minute. If you guys haven't seen the original trilogy, and if you've only seen the trilogy made by Jar Jar Abrams, the modern trilogy, check them out. Okay? Watch the original Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. As you guys know, I have a poster right up here. It's signed by Mark Hamill by Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford. Oh, it's one of my prized possessions. The fact that I have an autographed poster by them. That's beside the point. I love those movies. I grew up in those movies. I still cherish those movies. And it would be lovely to see a Star Wars movie properly made again someday. All right, guys. I'll try to... Okay, that was a really, again... And mind on Zelda, not on Star Wars. You can actually throw this at the guy, and I should be yeah, okay, that'll work. Goodbye, Beamos. Alright, next up, whoops. Okay, I'm so distracted right now. Oh, I could go on for hours about Star Wars. Oh, check them out. Another version of the Redead. So let's check this. Let me go get our Ocarina. Play the Sun Song. And as you may know, or you may not know, crud, they got me again. As an example, I had to show you, right? You play the Sun Song, it freezes them in place, just like we did in that last room. And that way they can't freeze us in place. The compass. Yeah, we got the compass. I shall take it. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay. How would you stop? What do I have about? Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. This is the way. That's not the way. Hey, I never said I was perfect. Okay. Let's see. I believe it's this way. Sorry, guys. Yep, here we are. The scythe room. Pretty cool, actually. Giant spinning blade scythe running around the room. There's another one following this, even trickier. This is similar to other rooms in which we've ventured, in which we must collect the silver rupees, right? So that was pretty obvious from the fact that there's a bunch of silver rupees around here. I love the little chimes that let you know you're increasing in number. Quite beautiful. Love it. Okay. Doing well. Doing well. All right. There's a hook shot. Brings us up here. Jumping off. And yeah, hit me in the face again. I wish I could bomb that guy, right? Take him out some way. Oh, but... Oh, darn it. I almost got it. All right. This is what you can do, though. You can duck under it using your shield. Come on, try. No, you missed me. You missed me. Nice try, dude. Oh, man, you got me. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, would you stop? Why did we come to the scythe room? Small key. All right, I believe, excuse me, I believe we're down in this room and shield up. Okay. You can check your map. Okay, after the scythe room, there's a wall here, okay? And if we walk around the room, that guy's just out to get me, isn't he? Alright. There's actually a bombable wall here. Alright? So let's get out our bombs. Turn off that. Lens of truth one more time. There it is. Close up. Using the small key that we just acquired, we move on to the next phase. And that was close. Thank you, sir. Any day in which I can kill a spider as an arachnophobic. I hate spiders. Man, do I hate spiders. The rub is that as a husband and father, it has fallen upon me to kill all the spiders that come across our way, that come inside our house, right? Even the ones outside. Ay, ay, ay. You know, and I hate spiders. I hate them. I mean, again, but I keep mentioning Indiana Jones. It's the weirdest thing. You know, when he gets in the plane, after he gets the idol in the beginning of the movie, he goes, "I hate snakes! I hate them!" That's me with spiders. Oh. There's just something primeval. He's warning us about the big hand that comes down. I don't even know what it's called. I do, I just forgot. Yeah, there's something super evil, like they're from the gates of hell, spiders, and I can't stand them. So, yeah. And here he comes. And there he goes. Thank you for the rupees. Donating to Link's college fund. Nice. You can use the hover booster here. However, I've found that they can be a bit too slippery. Zero traction. So therefore, time the sucker out, okay? You gotta time it. I find you wait till that thing is descending, run forward, and normally that timing works pretty well. We'll see, right? We'll see. Alright, so far so good. You will be surprised by... Yowza. That was close. I didn't even know that ledge was... Wow. Okay, in midair, I'm thinking, should I have my hover boots on? Should I, Okay, I was wanting to tell you that, you know, I get in such trouble talking. That, yeah, right there. That's what I want to tell you about. That guy comes out of nowhere. And that was on my mind, and Auto Jump did the rest. Thank you, Auto Jump, as usual. It's your friend till it isn't. Alright, here we go. Hover boots, I believe, are necessary for this part. And down, up, and down. Hammer across. Okay. Yeah, not today, dude. Oh, no, hover boots off. I cannot be slipping around with this guy. There you go, sir. There is a lovely little surprise right here. Checking our... Yeah, we're good on fairies. That... See how Navi is turning green? Well... What you can do is play the Sun Song. I believe it's the Sun Song. We're about to find out, right? Okay, it's not the Sun Song. Alright, Song of Storms? Is it the Song of Storms? Okay, let's try that. Song of Storms. Okay. It releases one of these little bonus fairies. Come on, dude. Thank you. Love that. Okay. Here we go. We can go to the right. Okay. We need to go to the right. However, behind us, there's a gold Skultula, and I really want one. So, to do this, we need two things. We already have one mapped. The other are our hover boots. Check it out. Turning on the lens of truth makes those platforms appear. I just keep the lens of truth off. I know they're there, and I take a leap of faith. And it works. We're walking on sunshine. That was really stupid thing to say. Alright. Hover boots off. Wash, rinse, repeat. Water temple. Alright. Aha! Look who's across the room. This room has some secrets, though, guys. Has some secrets. So check it out. Lens of truth on. Oh! Well, what's this? An invisible scythe dual Grim Reaper in the middle. Okay. Given that. But however, I believe if you walk around the edge, okay, that scythe will... Yes, I know. One down. Oh, he got me, he got me. Alright, Lens of Truth reveals... Oh, it's not that. Alright, you know what? Let me go over here first. Oh, I think that's a Song of Time. Again, doing this from memory. Alright. There is a keys right there. Gate open. Again, hugging the walls, okay? The scythe doesn't reach the very edges of the room. Hello! You are our prize. Thank you for playing. And a blue rupee. Nice. Worth the price of admission. Like it. I want to test this sucker out and do the Song of Time here. So let's get that and Song of Time. I want to say, if memory serves, a time block will appear. And it didn't. You're welcome. Only the best, right? Okay, it's a couple of hearts. Guess what? I don't need them. That's how I'll justify that. Alright, exiting the way we came. We have to go back the way we came, and therefore, remember what we needed? Hover boots. Again, taking our leap of faith. This time, remember we fought that dude right here, and he's back. Hello, man. I don't have to fight him, however, I also do not want to mess up my timing of things. Jumping off that ledge, I want to do it correctly, and therefore I want him gone. He's gone. All right. This can be tricky. Hover boots are helpful. As you can see right here, there is a platform, rising and lowering. Okay? It's obviously best to go at it while you're on... Sorry, well, it's at its lowest point. I used to go straight here. However, I've found it to be helpful to actually go here first. You can miss that ledge that's straight ahead, but if you turn to your right slightly, there is a lower platform, if you will. There. Okay, this is the little mini puzzle. Let's look around. I see 4, and I believe there's 1 hiding in the beams. Again, memory serves. And let's hope it does. Okay. Let's get a target lock on that Beamos here. Take it a bomb. Oops, that's not what I want. That is what I wanted. Yep. There is 1 hiding there. Running around. Gathering. And we are in. Nice. Oh yeah, I like this room. Pretty cool room. Okay, this is the spike trap room. Right away, it looks like it's something that we can't pass. Because believe me, we'll definitely get crushed by those spikes. Do not want to go under there. However, Lens of Truth, check it out. There's a hidden block right there. And I hear the dulcet tones of a gold Skultula. He's calling my name. I think I need him. We need to get him, don't we? Oh. Not good enough. So line it up here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So, this block can actually act as a barrier between us and the spikes. And in doing so, it creates what I believe the game calls a stone umbrella. Check it out. Right? Those spikes are now landing on top of that. Alright, there are a few little items in these little alcoves here, including the gold Skultula, which I want to go get. Let's cross to the other side. There we go. This reminds me of some of the jail cells in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And we got another one. We are up to 58. Nice. Okay. So the trick here... By the way, there's one more here. Okay, so on one side, a couple of clay pots. And this side, some arrows. The big prize, though, however, is something we haven't gotten to just yet. And like I said, on the other side is the gold Skultula. To our right now, and of course to the left, you know, you just saw the small chest. So again, pulling this brick, this block, all the way to the end. Okay? It's actually a little step down right there, but this should give us access, that's right, to climb on up. From here, we can do this or we can do that. Sometimes you can actually clamp. Let me Lens of Truth this sucker. Okay, so nothing. All right, you can actually step on top of these, like so. And there's a switch. Aha! There it was. Lens of Truth. No. I start using that more and more now that they've introduced. Now that they've introduced the Lens of Truth, the game's going to start hiding a lot more stuff from us. Okay? It's just kind of how it is. This is the great thing about chests. You can hook shot or long shot right over to them. There's the prize. Very crucial. We don't go on further into this dungeon without getting that small key. Mission accomplished. We're out. Okay, right back out here to this massive cavernous room. You probably recognize that is the Beamos where we collected. Keep hitting my Lens of Truth. That's the Beamos where we collected the 5 rupees. Okay, so and that right there is that rising, falling platform, and just beyond that, that ledge up there, That's where we fought that dude a couple times and released the fairy using the Song of Storms. Okay, this is tricky unless you know otherwise. Check it out. There is a platform just beyond here. And I believe I can do it without the hover boots. I need the hover boots for the next part, though. We're not standing on anything, are we? So to speak. But the lens of truth reveals otherwise. So, once again, we don our boots. Waiting for it to come back. And getting on. And getting off. And we're in. We just used that small key. This room, full of spikes. Okay? See them there? See them there? A couple of re-deads as well. You know what? I'm gonna take my chances here. Thank you, sir. Boots off. Of course, I think I might need them in a moment, but that's okay. Going around to this side of the room. Make sure I don't... I want to get these guys... There we go. Before they get you. So start slash and burn before... Nice. Okay. Chest. Really? Really? That's what I got? Okay. So this is the tricky part, so to speak. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Yep. There we go. This one's easy enough. It's on the floor. I said easy enough. There we go. Line yourself up, sort of, kind of think diagonally, if you will. There we go. That is an invisible ledge, and I'm trying to remember if... Yeah. That. See, without the lens of truth right there? It actually reveals that hookshot target. We get another one. This is where you need those hover boots, which I just mentioned. And here we go. Door open. And I know it's the right door because, again, looking at my map, the compass tells me that red arrow, you know, the map in the bottom right-hand corner. Red arrow tells me where we've come from, and the yellow tells me where we are. So if I'm not going back toward that, I know I'm not going backwards, essentially. Ah, yes, this room. This is where you need to throw bombs. However, into that guy. There's some prizes we can get. Main prize. A gold Skultula. Okay, what we need to do... We got the gold Skultula on that back wall. That's great. And I knew they were there. And I let them get me anyway. Yep. One. When I said they, I meant they. There are two of them up here. I can see his eyes from here. Right up in that top loud. There's actually two more right there. Let's quickly dispatch these guys. See ya, dudes. Very good. Alright, they are kind enough. Oh, there's one more. They're kind enough to give us... That releases a door by eliminating all the enemies in the room. And again, they were kind enough to give us a bomb flower. Toss it in the giant skull. Blows up. Do you see that fall to the ground? Just to the right there? Small key was hiding inside. Okay. That gives us one small key. Alright, we are back in the spike room. Now, looking up. Yeah, that's a hidden one right there. Turning off lens of truth. On. Back on. See? Alright, so turning it on, we can now see that slingshot target. Using our small key, and we're through the door. Ah, this is where the fun begins. I sigh, remembering the past. I've been a real knucklehead with this section before. I finally got better at it over time. You know, like anything in life, right? Why do I have iron boots on? Because when that fan blows, it'll blow us back, either just all the way back or into one of those little... Okay, he's up. Hello. Fine. I guess I'll keep my iron boots on for now. So the trick here is, there's a fan across the way, but there's also a massive gap. Okay, check it out. Right? So the trick here is it's kind of obvious. We need to walk when the fan isn't running with the hover boots. Here we go. And jump it down. Yes. This room, interesting. Off to your left, I don't know if you guys can see it, barely see it. There is an alcove to the left. You see that? Okay. Just past that first fan on the left. Okay. Just beyond it. We need to go in there. However, looking around the room, we have 2 fans on the right, 1 on the left, alternating when they actually move. This is where the iron boots are helpful. They give us plenty of traction, if you will. Okay, looking over here. Yep, I'm right across from it. Oh, would you go? I don't know, fire on this coming. However, we need to switch to our hover boots to get across this section. Right? Completely right there. I love saying that. Alright. Yes. There are a few hidden things in here as well. I believe we can use... I want to say we can bomb that. We can bomb that. Yeah, and right there, hidden. You see how I bombed that pile of rubble? There's a hidden chest right here. Which is like the main prize for this room. Alright. We got the key. Oh, you got me. You got me. Oh, you got me. You got me again. I know, I should have played the Sun song. Just running ahead. But defeating those guys reveals another chest. Like I said. Thanks. Checking the room again. Kind of a good policy in general to use your lens of truth, especially in this dungeon and the next. Because again, they're going to be hiding stuff a lot more over and over again. So that's what they do. So what I want to do here is, yes, I need this block. Okay. By the way, this is really cool. I think about the river Styx here. The ferrymen and all that kind of stuff. You can see some of their inspiration. But this block right here will be instrumental in us getting to a ledge so we can get on the boat. And, yeah. There's a couple more things we can do in this room. A couple more prizes, if you will, before we get on the boat. Yeah, I saw that. I saw Navi. Navi's trying to tell me something. What do you want to tell us, girl? That's not quite what but I hear something. You guys hear that? Let's go tell him. Yeah. Right. By moving that block reveals a grate. Okay, I am going the wrong way. I believe that actually opened up a shortcut. Okay. And, wow, love that. And maybe, you know, let me go up just in case. Forgive me for not remembering this perfectly. Yeah, we're going further away. Yeah, I believe this is a shortcut off of the side through. It sure is. Check it out. Lines of truth off, which is good. And that hurt. Because if you need to, you can actually... Yeah, it's up above. I'll show you in a second. I gotta stop pressing that. Okay. So, looking across. See how Navi's all lit up right there? I don't always get this to work perfectly, but we're gonna give it a try. That happens to be my Scarecrow song. Nothing. Okay, right. Come on, girl. I'm trying to zero in on her. Oh, I don't always get this right. And forgive me for not getting the mechanics perfect here. I kind of stink at this part. Oh. Come on, Navi, do your thing. There you go. There we go. How's that for failure? Basically, the Scarecrow song, I'm trying to make the Scarecrow pop up. Let me try it from here. I won't belabor this too much. You can also get on the boat, by the way, which sometimes works. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Oh, I can't stand that. I can't make that work. All right, guys, right up there is a gold Skultula. And yeah, you actually need... And I feel like such a failure. So, that's gold Skultula. Is accessible by using the Scarecrow song and having the Scarecrow pop up. It's that simple. Except it's not. I just failed miserably at that, didn't I? You know, if I had one grievance with the game, it's either A, I'm ignorant of how to make it work perfectly, or B, it's kind of a weird mechanic or setup. Oh, hello. Next. Hello. Oh. Come on. Alright. Yes, because I need more of those. Okay. This boat is ferrying us down the river. Around here you can jump off. Yeah, the ship is sinking. I'm good. Those arrows are a reminder. A hint of what we'll need in a moment. Across the way is where we need to go. However, look closely. That's a locked door. Look closely, bottom left-hand side of the screen. We don't have a key yet. We need to get a key. Okay, up here, check out that big bird statue. Anyway, this big bird statue will be instrumental in us crossing this, like, sinking into oblivion space, if you will. All right, enough about that. We're going on into here. This room is filled with bad guys and invisible walls. Check it out. Turning on the lens of truth. Okay. It's actually kind of a, there's 4 points in here in which you can travel. So we're just going to make our way to each one. Starting with this one, kind of going counterclockwise. Oh, right. These are moving spikes, which I'll show you in just a second. Moving spikes coming towards us, and they will crush the living snot out of us. Oh, air, come on. There it is. There we go. Check it out. I can't use my camera. Okay. Point is, Din's fire. These are wooden spikes. What happens when fire meets wood? And they're gone. Okay. I see 1, 2 of those guys, and look. That's a boss key. Nice. All right. So we got the boss key. Oops. Sun song. Let's bring the sun. Also. Thank you for staying frozen. Again with the 5 rupees. Oh. Yes. We have a boss key. Let's see what do we... Okay. I was about to say, we could leave. No. No. What was across that? We saw a small key, meaning a door that requires a small key. So, let's continue searching these rooms. I see a room off to this side. You missed me. Nice try. Until we find a small key. Ah, yes. This room. Alright, let's try the other one. I want to say it's not in this room, but I could be completely wrong. You notice how I'm turning on the lens of truth? Yes, this has an invisible... I want a spin attack because I can take these guys out easier. Oh, get off me. Right. That's why you get the switching swords. Darn it. Maybe I don't. We will get this figured out, won't we? Get back here, you little bugger. Should have done that the first time. I could use some magic, right? Thank you. Alright. We're gonna need it coming up. There's a small cave. Alright. Coming up. We definitely need magic. And a lot of it. And arrows. Okay, now that we're out here, this way, currently shut to us. Okay. However, check it out. Let's get out our fairy bow. See if it makes some sparks fly. Here we go, guys. Or I can actually hit my target. That's right. The statue becomes our bridge. Love that. Did I mention I love this game? Thank you. Thank you. Whoops. Meant to get out my ocarina. Song of Time. Gives us a time block. That's what Navi was trying to tell us by turning green right there. This would be lovely if I actually got it to work this time. The embarrassments never stop. Using our lens of truth, we can see around this room, okay? Right across there, that's the boss door. Alright? That's what it's all about. It's how we beat this, how we get out of this dungeon. However, we can't just walk forward now, can we? Even, I mean, it does help to actually see where we're going. Now, auto jump. Oh, auto jump. You do me like that. Okay, next. It's okay. We recover. We move on. We put on our hover boots. I find going to the left to be the most direct, best way to get there. And we're there. When we're not auto-jumping to our deaths. Alright guys, we are here at the boss door. And let's check out our inventory. Right here, there's a Shadow Temple map. Map, compass, and right there guys, the big key. Or the boss key. We have it, we can unlock it. Let's go in. Here he is, guys. Bongo bongo. Bongo bongo. No more. I found that that method works best. Hit the hands, do the best you can with your arrows, okay? Z target them. Don't Z target them if you can't. But you can shoot arrows blindly, or you can use your lens of truth. Or if you slash and burn. Because you know that he's going to be coming between his two hands coming at you. Keep slashing. You'll hit his eye even before, or right before it becomes, we can see it again. You know, from invisible to visible. So, and then you just go at him. And then with a Biggoron sword, it doesn't take very long. Crazy. And I've spent a few times in the past, other times when I've played. Anyway, he can be quite frustrating. And believe me, I know. I've been there. And we got an entire heart container. I like it. Very good. The Shadow Temple. Into the portal we go. Let's see what awaits us on the other side. The boy with the noble Zelda's Ocarina. As I expected, you have come. I am Impa, one of the Sheikah. I am Princess Zelda's caretaker. And I am also the sage who guards the Shadow Temple. We Sheikah have served the royalty of Hyrule from generation to generation as attendants. However, on that day, 7 years ago, Ganondorf suddenly attacked, and Hyrule Castle surrendered after a short time. Ganondorf's target was one of the keys to the Sacred Realm, the hidden treasure of the royal family, the Ocarina of Time. My duty bounded me to take Zelda out of Ganondorf's reach. When I last saw you, as we made our escape from the castle, you were just a lad. Now I see that you have become a fine hero. There's nothing to worry about. Princess Zelda is safe now. Soon, you'll meet Princess Zelda face to face, and she will explain everything. That is when we, the 6 wise ones, will seal up the evil king and return peace to Hyrule. I have to stay here. You go to Princess Zelda's side and protect her on my behalf. Now I put my power, which should be helpful to you, into this medallion. You receive the Shadow Medallion. Impa awakens as a sage and adds her powers to yours. Please look out for the princess. Wasn't that great?